Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13 coming at you with another Transformers video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Studio Series Kranix. So this is one of those sort of more obscure characters from the movie. A lot of people who were around during that, when the original movie aired, probably know this guy fairly well, and anybody who's watched the movie since probably at least knows who he is. But there's probably a lot more people who have no idea who this guy is. But we will start with a quick look at the box. We do have a nice wraparound art there of Kranix in his robot mode and his space duck mode. Do got an Autobot symbol there. Actually, I think this might be the pit that they dropped him into, and I think that might be one of the Dinobots right there. I'm not entirely sure. It's kind of hard. Oh no, actually that's a Quintesson face. That's a Quintesson. On this side we do got his mugshot. On this side we just got his name and logos, our legal jargon on the bottom, and on the back we do have our product shots, our screen cap, and our one-line bio. So yeah, that's it for the box. And we do have our lovely instruction booklet. So there is that. And now we will take a quick look at the figure. And yeah, a very nice robot mode. The robot mode was definitely the priority due to it being the only way he appeared in the actual film. The vehicle mode comes from, I believe, some concept art from the Marvel Comics. I'm not 100% sure if that's entirely correct, but essentially it was concept art, and that's what his vehicle mode is based off. He does have some nice details here, and it is based off the old 80s movie, so he's fairly simple in overall design, but we do get some nice molded like ridges here on his abs. He does have this little light or something here on his chest. He does feature his signature goatee and big green eyes, and the sort of ridged V shape for his head. He does have some details here on his back, like these little vents, and just some other molded detail. You can see some of the transformation panels back here, but it's pretty minor overall. And he does have some like dark brown paint for his little claw toes. His feet are on ball joints. They're a bit stiff, but anyway, going off that, we might as well hop into his articulation. So he can look up due to transformation. He can actually look very far up. He can do a flying pose if you want. He does technically have some movement here, although his mouth is actually right here on this piece, so it's not like his mouth is actually opening. But the mouth is a little sunken in and not super easy to see if you're not paying attention, so you could consider that like mouth movement. He does have a 360 rotation. No side to side, unfortunately. It's all hinges and whatnot. His arms can come that far up. We do have a elbow swivel. We do get 360 at the shoulder. Do get a very nice full elbow bend, even though it's just a single joint. Do get a little bit of up and down here at the hand, more for transformation. No wrist movement, unfortunately. We do get a very snug waist rotation, 360. We do get that far forward at the kick, yeah, and then all the way back as well. We do get 90 degrees of knee. It's really only stopped by this little panel here, so if you were to like open that, you could get it further. We do get all the way out side kick. We do get a hip rotation, and again the feet are on some very snug ball joints, so you get some movement there. And moving on to accessories, he only comes with one, and it is this little gray pistol. It's got a little bit of a weird shape to it, but you can just stick it right there in his hand, and now he is armed and ready to defend against his Sharkticon foes. And speaking of Sharkticons, we might as well go into some comparisons. So here is with the Studio Series Gnaw. So you can see how he scales with him. Really wish I had army built this guy when I had the chance. He's actually very nice. And unfortunately I don't have a Quintesson to compare him with, but we can put him next to Cup and Hot Rod. So you see how he stacks up with those two. And it's not the actual Generation 1 version, it's the Takara remold repaint. But here it is next to the Universal Dominator Unicron. So you can see how, pull the camera back, see how he stacks up there. Get you out of the way. Anyway, that's about it for the robot mode, I do believe. So I think we can go ahead and move on to transformation. So to start, we are just going to de-accessorize here, and then we are going to move his head all the way back, and we are going to fold down that mouth piece there. We are going to want to come here to his waist and unhook this. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah. And mine does have some stress marks on it, right? You can sort of see right there. A little bit right there. And yeah, so mine does pop off kind of easy. It is supposed to come down here. But then we just want to take this whole assembly here, bring this up, and just sort of extend this whole thing. And then this tab here is going to go up into his jaw basically, and then fold up, and that is going to be our literal nose cone. So there's that. Then we can go ahead and come here to the arms, and we can just open this up, and I'm going to fold this piece out and fold his hand in, and we are going to just sort of bring his elbow in like so. Do the same with the other arm. I'm going to go ahead and fold this out, bring this piece down, fold his hand in, and bring this up like so. Then we're going to come to the back, and we do want to open that up. And come on. He's definitely got some very stiff joints, but like that, and then bring this whole assembly up. Now we're going to work on his legs. And the first thing we're going to do is open these up like so. And then we are going to just sort of compact his legs. First we're going to bend it all the way in, and then we're going to bend at this other joint where the actual knee is, and just sort of bring it all up together like so. So first you're going to bend at this lower joint that's in the leg, then you're going to bend it at the actual knee here like so, and just get that tucked in there as much as possible. And then you want to turn the feet to the sides, and you're going to bring this together, and as you can see there's a tab and a tab, a hole and a slot, and just bring those together. And now bring these panels down on the sides, and then we're going to come up here and move this entire shoulder section down. And whoop, I think we just closed that back up now, pretty sure. And then we bring this whole section down. You gotta bring this around. It's on a bit of a soft lock. There we go. Bring that down and hold on. Pretty sure I'm not forgetting something here, but okay, hold on. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to, yeah, okay, sorry, got mixed up a little bit there. So you want to have the arm positioned like so, and then you're going to bring this gray piece down, and you can see there's a slot here that's going to go over this flat piece of plastic here. Like that. So, and we're going to do the same with the other side. Bring this all down. Get that joint. Move it up. Rotate this around. Bring this down and make sure it slots in like so. And then going to bring this whole assembly back. And I believe there's a spot where it's supposed to slot in. Oh, I forgot. So, I actually want to, the place where it slots in is actually, of course, this little slot above the mushroom peg right here. Right here. Get that put back on. So, I totally forgot about that. Just get this out of the way for a second. Bring this down. Slot this over. Sort of get this put back together, and then compress the section back, and I think, yeah, okay, so there's you can see there's a little ridge there, and that's supposed to go over this part. So there we go. Okay, and I think that's everything, because yeah, I'm pretty sure that this just closes back up. And then we can take our pistol and it will plug into this port right here on his back, like so. And now we have him in his space duck mode. Hooray! And yeah, it's kind of clunky. Again, it's based off concept art. He never actually transformed in the movie. So this is definitely not the priority of the two modes, but it's fine. I'm just happy to that we actually managed to get a character like this made into an actual figure, and I'm sure in the near-ish future they will probably retool this guy into Arbalest as well, since they were very similar in their body structure. But yeah, overall, it's a weird little figure, but I dig it. I dig it. I don't mind getting these weird little odd deep cuts and whatnot. And yeah, again, it's nice to have some toy representation of this character. But we'll go ahead and do a few more comparisons. So here he is with, I believe it was the Titan's Return Circuiticon. So there's how he stacks up there. Here he is with the Dion retool from the cup mold. See how they stack up. And here he is with the original version of that hot rod mold. So you see how they stack up. But yeah, that's I think pretty much everything we need to cover for this review. Overall, again, I really do dig this figure. He's got a couple little things, mainly like the fact that this piece just pops off super easy and already had stress marks out of the box. But yeah, I think it's just not molded very well is the real issue. But fortunately, it doesn't seem like it's actually going to break. The stress marks haven't increased anything since I got them. They were literally just, they've been that way the whole time. Again, kind of a wacky, weird alt mode, might not be for everybody, but I think it's cool. Again, I'm just happy to have some representation of this character, and yeah, I definitely, if you're a fan of the original movie, I think this is worth having. So yeah, but for anybody who's not really a fan of the original series, or didn't really care for the original movie, for anybody out there like that, this is an easy pass. But I think if you're even a little bit interested, he's worth picking up. So I think that's all I have to say. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this review. And this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.